Good back. Hello. Good back. Hello. That's a good combination. Two words.
Good back.
Good back. To be fair,
good back.
Good back.
Good back.
Good back. Intel Esports Arena, Ben. Good back.
Good back.
We're back. We're ready for some more games. We are. And good back to you too.
Yes, good back to you also.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's a Polish tradition of saying hello to each
yeah.
other. Because we have a Polish team coming up next.
Oh, right,
Ben.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Go facing off against their opponents. Now, the Polish side, Go, obviously taking on the Swedes here in Fnatic. It'll be a bit more of an interesting game on this one. Go. Dead last, 14th position, right? They've been trying to claw out of there. However, fortunately, they do have a lot more games to go. And they're actually picking up the odd couple of upsets here and there, Ben.
Yeah, so we saw that Na'Vi win early on in the week. From there, though, we kind of saw a bit of regression to the mean. Like, they started playing a bit more like they did at the start of the season. That's quite a concern. Especially when you're facing now Fnatic, who they've already played 2 games today. However, they only won 1 of the games, so they've made a bit of a separation, at least between them and Windigo. But AGO, they need to get every win they can right now. This is going to be a huge matchup for them here.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one across the board. Excited to see, obviously, Mirage to open it up is an interesting map due to the fact that we kind of had the weird circle of teams beating each other, right? Fnatic now going off against Go. They're going to have a resurgence. Is this going to be them looking better on Mirage or looking like we saw in the past where they will get manhandled?
I believe we saw AGO actually lose to Windigo on this map as well. So technically, if we consider that hierarchy we've made, at the top of it apparently we've got Space... Oh, actually, it wasn't Space Soldiers. We've got North, Space Soldiers, Windigo, and Fnatic and AGO are below there. So we're going to find out who's actually at the bottom of the list right here. So the question is, will Fnatic be able to carry on the form they had in the previous matchup, right? So they did win map 1 against Mousesports. However, the second map was very one-sided. Mousesports thrashed them. Yeah. So the question is, can they recover?
That is going to be a good question, Ben. Let's have a look what Betway thinks about the matchup, though, and delve into the odds. So 1.5 there to 2.3. Not too ridiculous, really.
I suppose when you think about it on paper, Fnatic should have the edge. Yeah. However, if you consider the form Fnatic are in currently, you wouldn't be thinking they're, you know, a team that are normally in this spot in the league. No,
it's very true. And Fnatic definitely a team that needs to do more. Obviously a huge prestigious organisation there, players that have achieved a lot. And this lineup does have potential as well. This isn't a lineup that you can really, stick your nose up at. Still a lot of firepower there, but it feels like even amongst themselves, they haven't really found comfortable spots yet. Still a little bit of up in the air, depending on where they're going to be playing, what they're actually going to be going to. Finding more form the last time we saw them play Train, though, exist. Looking like a good B-side defender this time. Yeah, it's quite a weird one. Like, we've seen them multiple times on Train, which, funny enough, we'll see them again today as well. And they just keep changing who's on the B side. And the last we saw, as you mentioned, exist, had 30 kills, and they still lost. That's a huge concern, no matter how you look at it. Even any lineup that Exist was in, if he's getting 30 kills and you're still losing, it's a problem. Yeah, because he is the IGL. He's the player that shouldn't really be doing that, and that's not obviously something that is regular to him as well. A huge performance like that means that someone around him needed to be stepping up and taking a bit of that extra weight off his shoulders, Ben, because he's the brains of the operation when you get down to it. For the other players that have been performing, Broland's been looking good. However, it appears that the majority of his damage is coming out in positions where it's not really too impactful into the round. JW overall, I must say, has looked actually quite impressive. He's really been the showstopper for Fnatic, but we are going to be getting into it now. Fnatic on the T side, Go over on the CT side, Ben.
Yeah, I think the big thing that Fnatic are currently missing would be the impact from Crims, of all players. Normally a player who's very consistent. This A split's going to be coming through, though. Sparrow ready for it, doesn't get a single kill.
They got the map control here early on, Ben. They've been able to just push their way out. The entire site is locked down. PHR as well, taken down in a matter of seconds. As this very aggressive site take from Fnatic is looking quite tidy. However, Grubby will get the frag back onto JW, and it is now a 3 versus 3 retake.
Yeah, 3v3 retake. Crims, the only man in CT, has no armor either. They isolate him. Furlan has a kit and a smoke. However, he's very low, so if they were to spam the smoke, if he gets onto it, might be too late. Exist, the man who played very well yesterday, does not even get a chance. Grubby with a 3k. An AGO win the round. That should very well have been a Fnatic win, in my mind. They were 5v3 at one point there.
Yeah, that seemed like a Fnatic round through and through, right? Confidence was there, nice controlled aggression. They were setting the pace, taking the firefights they needed to, but in the end, it does crumble away, and that's actually going to be the opening round picked up by AGO.
Yeah, very disappointing from them, really. Obviously, Twist potentially being a bit too aggressive with what he was doing. He faced CT a few too many times, gave Furlan the opportunity to get that kill. We see Crims actually going for Deagle armor, which I don't really get the armor buy myself, because chances are you won't be buying next round regardless. Looks like it's gonna be a contact towards the connector though, unless they boost multiple people into the window. PHR though in underpass gets 2 kills to deny that boost. Doing very well there. It's 2v5 now. Crims, the man who had armor, still alive. However, Exist will not be able to get away. That's the bomb down too. And this is what I mean, like the armor buy, I don't see where that's useful. though. I just don't get it.
No, I mean, it's one of those things as well where we're kind of seeing now more experimentation still with what people want to go for, right, since the economy changes. But it feels like we've kind of proven that that isn't really worthwhile. Compared to the other options you have available to you, it doesn't seem necessary or seem like you really get much back from it. It's
more that, like, it's the same system where you don't want to have, like, 2 people listening to your call and then the rest of them not, right? You want everybody to be doing the same thing or at least following the call you've made. Otherwise you get situations like this. You see the utility on Fnatic. Crims is the only one with no nades. So he's essentially an aimbot right here. Caper making the same play that PHR made the round before. Potentially should not have done that. They were quite expecting of it. You can see Grubby there. He was pushing through Palace. Crims the only man outside of it, but he's holding this ramp push as it is a one-way smoke. And Grubby won't be advancing further. We saw JW do very well when he gets boosted into window. Doesn't get the kill on Sparrow though, a lot of damage. Oh, he's given himself room to actually go through the vent if he wants to. Just peeling through Grubby, not actually checking outside a ramp here. So if they were to try and do an A split, he might be able to catch them in the back as they go towards the A site from Connector. But I think it's just a case of how long does he take for this rotate.
Well, they're setting themselves up to try and go for this play out towards the A site. PHR, armed with only an MP9 and a Dream into this round, but he's kept himself hidden and low to the ground, so he actually gets an opportunity to strike. Kills one man, taken out though on the follow-up as Brolan will eliminate. But here comes the response. The CT's pushing in, JW defends well to find the first elimination. Brolan as well, holding aggressively by CT to counter the push from the CTs if they do go for this. Right now they're just holding though. Sparrow is so low, you can't afford to risk it. We'll have to back out. Furlan's trying to help him a little bit so we can provide him a safe passage. But that'll be the 2-player save towards the B site then. And Fnatic instantly, swiftly picking up around there as it will go 2-1.
Yeah, it's a very big round for them to pick up. But on that AGO side, this was treated as a bit of a bonus round, right? So we saw Grubby, obviously he had an M4 from the previous round. PHR and Caper both keep the SMGs, Sparrow does the same. So AGO in a good spot to actually rebuy straight back into it. But Fnatic keeping 4 players alive does mean, if they were to lose this next round, they still can actually get a buy-in, as they only have 1 person needing to rebuy. So you can see it there, they're potentially talking about the buy ahead. PHR can actually drop an AWP across if they do want to go for it. So yeah, the buy will come through. PHR still not actually bought up, buys late, but does get a spawn just in time. Looks like it's going to be an A-side play from Fnatic though. Some smoke's being used quite early on here. Twist, the man at the front, will lead the charge.
PHR getting the kill, takes down JW. Grubby as well, going to be able to annihilate. This defense is actually looking very strong. Grubby, a lot of damage done. But when it comes into the 1 versus 2, he will be overwhelmed. Crim starting to perform here. 2 kills into the round. If he can keep this up, it could be a Fnatic win to this 4th round, but they're slowly backing off. They're going to concede control towards the A site. You might as well. I mean, look at the clock. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Tons of time to play with. They don't need to commit to anything just yet.
Yeah, they have taken the idea that there is a lot of time left on their side. Crims, though, you can see he's making his way back towards Palace. The question is, what will AGO do? Because you've got a few ways of playing this, right? You can either stick as a 2 and play towards the same bomb site. You can split towards a 1-and-1, have one of you in each site. Or you just stand your ground completely where you are and hope that Fnatic come back to this site, which is what they're doing currently. Furlan holding this connector angle. Caper not even peeking really from CT either. If the bomb were to go down, they could still play this actual retake quite well. A lot of grenades available to them. Crims does grab a smoke though, so they can actually go for the plant with that smoke. So it won't be stuck to just a default plant. Although it looks like that's the call anyway. Oh, he gets the dink off though.
Still a big kill from Crims. Nice use of the nade. Furlan actually could have dealt with both of them with that single grenade if he was a bit more lucky there. Oh, the peek comes across, but Furlan on the flick gets the adjustment. Takes down Exist. Rips his head clean off his shoulders. We'll get the defuse as well, so it might have been overall a good round from Fnatic, but when it came down to the final moments, Furlan was ready for the upset. Picks it up, secures the AK as well, so he gets that extra weapon to bring through into the next round. And Fnatic just going to have to force back into it, Ben. Obviously getting the bomb plant, they can at least sustain themselves into round 5 here.
Yeah, the only player taking the hit by looks things is Brolan. Has to go for a CZ and just grenades. Whereas AGO, Sparrow now gets his warp in play. I've been hoping for more impact from him when he does have this AWP, because he's been quite reliant on it, but when he doesn't have it, he seems to perform quite poorly. But even when he's had it, he's not been able to get the same influence other AWPers have had on the game.
It's weird as well, because it feels like Sparrow, he's floated around all manner of Polish teams. He's been in every roster, really, and played with the best and everyone in between there. Normally with the AWP, in some of the other previous rosters, he's felt like he's had a bit more of an impact, been a little bit more decisive and tried to go for some bold plays. And he can be a very effective AWPer as well. In terms of individual skill, he's talented with it. But it just seems like he's either not allowed to go for as bold calls, or maybe just trying to move away from that in this new roster.
Crim's quite fortunate to live there, I feel. 2 HP. Sparrow, they're coming close to this connector smoke. He needs to come up quite big here, because Grubby's not playing on the site. You can see he's playing towards CT instead. Grenades will be coming out. Here comes the smoke towards jungle as well, so they actually negated his possibility of being involved in the run. There's a bit of congestion going through the vent, and they are pushing across. Grubby's playing so defensive there. He gets jumping CZ killed.
That is a filth from Brolan. How has he been allowed to do this? But Sparrow,
he's still going.
This is the AWP impact we needed to see, Ben. Gets the tag, but it's only the leg. Still following it up, though, with the aggression. But Sparrow is an AWPing machine currently. Doesn't realise the ball's going down. Should have spotted out the gun barrel there. Delves in towards the site, just keeping on as he pulls this trigger countless times, hoping to decimate them all. Exist will spot him out, though. Tasty headshot. However, it's a 1v1, and Caper should have the advantage. But Exist has spotted it, and Caper will win it. Can save that AWP as well for Sparrow. Jump on the bomb. That'll be a 4th round now picked up for a go. Sparrow starting to wake up now, Ben. Coming into it.
Yeah, just as we mentioned that we wanted possibly some more impact from him. Gets that multi-kill obviously on CT, and he just carried on going.
I think that was just the sheer confidence, right? I'm just going to go for it.
And he was quite unfortunate to not even get the kill on Exist. There's a way he legged him because Exist did that little jump up because he was like, oh god, he's actually coming for me still. He's still pushing.
Oh lord, he coming.
He coming. And Fnatic, they have to go for this half buy, which is quite awkward. Yeah, you've got some CZs, P250s, some armor. Looks like it's going to be a B execute though. In fact, a B rush looks things. The Molotov will come out, but they put it straight away. Surely this cannot work out for them.
They actually take a lot of damage still, though. And the follow-up Molotov to ignite outside the window, so if they even drop off, they're still going to take a ton of damage. Works well to negate the push, and a go. Good handle on the B site there, being able to put a lid on it as soon as they tried to burst in.
Yeah, very effective use of the utility, primarily because they know which player. So obviously the main B player will probably be the one who throws his Molotov first. Second player should know where he wants to throw it straight away. Like, it can't be a indecisive call, because if you take too long, they might already be beyond the point you want to throw it at. They decide to go for, as you said, below the window. Works beautifully because they have to drop into that fire. They take damage as they try and kill you. And that B hold was very solid though. They only lost 1 player, and that's a half buy from them too. Technical balls from AGO coming through though.
Yeah, suffering a TeamSpeak issue. Servers caught fire, potentially.
I do find it amusing how many people actually have TeamSpeak issues.
My TeamSpeak's always fine.
Yeah, it seems to I quite rarely have like the TeamSpeak go down or anything.
You need a better server provider.
Potentially, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna give him a black eye, Ben.
And he has to fall back through the Molotov. He's died. He's fallen back all the way through the Molotov that Exists through. So Exist kills a man off of just utility damage right there.
It's 100 utility damage wired to his stats. Sparrow misses the follow-up shot though as he tried to get the kill, and this is big from JW. He loves these plays, Ben. We see it all the time from him, and he will get that frag. Eliminates Sparrow, tries to carry it on, but PHR was ready for it and gets the trade back. Grubby.
So aggressive.
It is risky.
He actually is going to smoke ramp as well. Fnatic, they do have a man up on this situation. Crims, though, this is a one-way smoke to see above. Thankfully, Crims is on the floor. The smoke will fade at about 48 seconds left. So Grubby needs to make a play, whether it's either sit here and stay with it, or to push through. And it looks like push through is the goal. It's about to fade. They see him on the radar.
I felt so unneeded.
Yeah, it was. He had to make a play where it's stay or go. You need to decide one of them. But he didn't even do either of them, really. He did a bit of both.
Well, as the song goes from the Clash, Ben, if you stay, there will be trouble. And if he goes, there will be double. Right now, PHR trying to get a double of his own. 2 kills towards the site, but Twist trades it back with the AK. And that will be a second round now picked up for Fnatic. 5-2. As the scoreline will develop. A go. Not really much cash to play with going into this round, though.
You can see Fnatic still somewhat reliant on JW's impact. Because that was, you know, think about the game we saw yesterday for Fnatic. The amount of rounds JW got into window and got, whether it was impactful kills or just kills nonetheless, it was quite a few times. And that's the same sort of thing that just happened there. Crims, the fact he's able to get another kill out of that is outrageous.
Shenanigans, Ben. Somehow he's been able to pick up these frags, and Fnatic, they're not going to be slowing down because of it. They're still going to power their way through. Thunderfooting into the B-bomb site like a herd of angry elephants as they wish to claim it as their own territory. They're going to bound in and hope to stake a claim. Twist finds the first. Furlan is gone. Headhunted. Grubby and Sparrow, the last 2 remaining men. Sparrow will try and go for an aggressive play, whereas Grubby will just hold on to the M4 and armor.
Yeah, so an awkward round for AGO because you can see the money wasn't fantastic, but they recognised at least it's not worth us forcing into it right now. We can wait 1 round, get a decent buy-in, and hopefully reset Fnatic themselves as well. But the fact that Crims got 2 probably changed the way that round could have played out.
Is Crims' gun still there? Yeah, it is. Okay, so Sparrow's saved his gun though.
Yeah, so that's a good save though as well, especially when you can see they took the risk of actually ecoing this one. Yeah. It means that 2 players, for example, Grubby, if he really wanted to, he could drop that M4 across to someone else as well. Like Furlan, for example, will only have 4100 here. So if he gives him the M4, he can get even more utility. Same goes for Sparrow. If he wanted to, he could drop the AK across to someone else. Actually, Grubby could drop an AWP across to Sparrow. Sparrow drops the AK across to someone else. If they really wanted an AWP in. Although it looks like they'll stick with the rifles. So M4s across the board other than that AK they did save. The question is, do Fnatic think that they definitely got the AK off of Crim's body as well? Just slightly too late on the Molotov there. We've seen that happen a few times the past few days, haven't we? Yeah,
JW was plagued by it the entire time he was trying to do it the last time we saw them on Mirage.
Yeah, it's a very nice attempt at a counterplay of some kind. JW playing very close to this. A single flash would allow him to push forward here, but the smoke top connector will come through. And the smoke actually fades. JW just sits there as it fades. Quite bold. And he's walking all the way through. Surely that's not a play you make to start the round off. And another one as well. Solo players across the board.
Yeah, no real room to trade it back. Can't really help each other out either. It's a bit awkward. Now they're forced into what basically is going to be a desperation play. The dash out in towards the B site. And they don't realise how much of an inkling AGO have into this round, Ben. They suspect this is going to be the true play.
Around.
Sparrow gets up from behind. He's close to the wall, but he will be spotted out by Twist. Goes down. That's the backstab potential eliminated. And they'll now realise that the Polish side are completely aware of what Fnatic are up to.
Yeah, there is only 30 seconds left. Crim's trying to sell a fake here, but Fnatic have to go to this site unless they go straight through underpass, and that's going to make it a tough task as well. The issue is there's 2 players towards B, and there's 2 players on short who can get themselves to B in time as well. Push has to come through. They need to land every kill here.
Grubby gets 1, kills Crims. Twist trades it back, but Furlan in the meantime has done a lot of damage, and PHR covers the cross and trip lines Twist. He's gone for, and that will be AGO getting themselves a 3-round advantage now above Fnatic.
It really is worrying that you can see, JW 2 for 7. When they played Mirage the last 2 times we saw them come here, JW was the only one really giving them major impact. Twist has been probably the most consistent player for Fnatic, or this roster at least. And look at Crims, that's so aggressive. I don't think they'll expect him to be in the corner though, although PHR, ooh. That smoke was thankfully bloom, but he still dies. Really awkward round there.
Push is coming out. Grubby sitting behind the box, waiting for the face to come towards him. Will kill one. That's JW gone, but Roland trades it back, gets the headshot off. So it's a 3 versus 4. Nice use of a nade. Oh, actually transfers a little bit of damage across. However, on the double face, the CTs will falter. Roland pushes out though, and gives Furlan an opportunity to be a bit more ferocious. Gets his claws out then. That nade, so much damage as well. Crims, barely still alive at this point. Could have been blown right out of his skin.
It's a very awkward one. There's 20 seconds left. Furlan, he has a kit and a smoke. And you can see the spam having to come through because they don't have a clue if he's actually got onto it yet. He's going to stick it, but surely Exist deals with him, which he does. And Sparrow, oh. I was going to say he doesn't live, but Crims surprisingly gets taken down, but Twist is there to cover it. Ultimately, PHR probably led that round to go the way it did. Right? You know, he checks the corner, but not fully. Not willing to commit to the check. That one small error changes how that round could have gone. And AGO, you can see the money. They're doing the same thing they had to do the round before when they did lose. It's a very light buy, knowing they can buy in next round.
And this is going to be where Fnatic start to bridge the gap as well. Start to build that economy up, hopefully, if they can have a tidier round here. Try not to drop out as many players on that T side. Mid control taken, Twist, deep down. Going to be able to smoke off towards Connector. The rest of the squad waiting, just eager to burst out here, Ben, as they'll go for a late round pincer play on A. Oh! Caper, cheeky stuff, but Crims was there to support, luckily.
And Sparrow actually gets involved with the P2K, but Brolan thankfully covers from ladder. Crims uses the Molotov, Grubby has to be forced out. But they actually still get him as well. So while this is a 3v3, there are some guns to potentially recover.
There's only 2 men that remain on the CT side as well, Grubby and PHR. It's got the AK. They're going in towards that B site. PHR spams the smoke with the Deagle, hoping it'll connect. Oh, barely above the head there as well, as Roland is able to sprint off and defend the site. Roland can now actually take the fight towards Grubby as well. Good use of the nade. That would have bounced a little bit further, or if Grubby would have pushed in, that really could have been a bit of a shock to him. So he will fall back, no one's going to aggress. Double AK save, take what you will. That's probably the best you're going to get out of the round.
It's very reminiscent of the actual round they last bought just pistols into as well. They saved 2 guns across into a round where they will be buying anyway again.
Yeah.
So these rounds being very similar to the previous. Over and over again. The question is, which team will be able to string 2 rounds in a row together though? Or rather 3 in this case. So a lot of utility damage done by Exist. Obviously there was that one round we had 100.
Yeah, so that kind of boosted the stats a bit there.
But look at the enemies flashed though. You see 14 from Twist. That now goes to 17 for Crims now. That's right. It was originally on, I think it was a letter of 14 for him. That's kind of crazy.
That's really high compared to the average.
Yeah, that's in 11 rounds as well.
Yeah.
Doing very well, but obviously, where do you cut the line on flashes done where you're able to use them too? Because you can throw a lot of flashes as a fake, but you're not using them. There's no use behind it. So AGO, setting back towards 2A. It'll be an A execute from Fnatic as well. Grubby, the man on the site, he's got Silence M4 though. It's going to be hard to deal with a rush if they were to come in his direction.
Ooh, Roland gets the frag, eliminates Grubby as they do bombard their way in towards the site. Start to lock this down. PHR from the elevated angle trying to respond and hope to get a connection, but it doesn't really work out. Twist goes for a power play, Ben. And somehow he is allowed to actually get that elimination before Sparrow can trade it. And there is only 2 CTs left, Sparrow and Caper. This round has fallen so heavily in the Fnatic camp that surely you've just got to concede it. Allow it to occur. Caper as well, burnt out of position, takes damage. Brolan will be able to find that kill. And Sparrow quaking here, going to be trying to stay alive, but Brolan, finally a huge impact round from him. 4 kills found, barrels of impact frags tied to this man.
Yeah, that's kind of what we want to see from him, right? He comes in as this like young superstar. And typically, in your young players, you don't expect them to be the same sort of player as like you'd get from, let's say, a Crims, right? Where they've got quite a lot of experience behind them, you can put them in a lurk role and trust them to do it.
Yeah.
Brolan, he can come in and be sort of that lurk style play, but now we've seen a weird buy coming out from AGO, so Sparrow actually buys, but the rest of the team do not. Seems to be common from the AWPers of the game. There's 4 actually on this site as well. This could go bad.
And it's going badly, Ben. The pistol's actually dealing damage. The Deagle shot as well connects onto Twist. Playing on the close angle there, just sat underneath. They're going to be able to scavenge the weapons, but JW suspects it, but in the timing he goes down. Exist has to trade it, and it's a 1-on-2 now versus PHR and Sparrow. Paranoid, there potentially could be a player coming from behind as he will clear it and then begins to regress out towards that B site. 1 minute and 11 seconds on the clock as time slowly ticks down, gets contact and the kill, and will now run away.
So much time to play with.
Fake as well.
But the fact that there was noise and then it stops, Sparrow being in a perfect position for that, he knows that has to be a fake. There's no reason why you'd run half of the distance there and then turn straight back around.
Is he going to go for the double fake?
There's a lot of time to play with is the worry. Sparrow, he needs to kind of get in a position where he can catch Exist off guard perhaps, but there he is, so he gets it. So that weird buy from AGO kind of gets bailed out, in my book at least. Like Sparrow, he didn't, I don't understand why he was the one who bought and then the rest of them did not fully invest in. And it's not even as if he had excess cash and bought down to the same as his teammates. No. He spent everything.
I mean, they're very lucky, because this situation with the buy they have now never would have happened.
Yeah, it would have been 4 teammates with decent cash, and then him with around 2,400, I believe. So quite unfortunately, he's put them also in the window, and they haven't actually done the mid-window smoke this time. Frims gets taken down, and that's your guarantee that you probably have nobody else on the Fnatic side on that side of the map.
That's a really big frag, though. Connects onto Twist as they barred their way down mid. As you said, that nade hitting JW on the nose, going to remove a fair bit of HP from him. They've completely shuffled round as well, and Caper is now the man to deal with them towards mid. Sparrow didn't have the angle there. JW will be able to overthrow him. Caper as well goes down, Ben. The players that were in position to deal with this mid control are falling like flies, and this is the short push. Furlan, he's going to hear all of this, but can he do much? He has to wait for his teammates really to help him out. Tries to go for the first peek. That is the bomb planter that goes down. Exist will drop it on the floor now, and someone's forced to recover it. Furlan keeping them on their toes as his team heads on over. Oh, he's killing them, Ben. He's doing it on his own.
Oh, that miss by JW. He's dropped his AWP. He finally receives an AK. Thankfully, he doesn't have a mishap with just a Glock in his hand. Still 1v3 though, and he's been tagged. They're just pushing into him at this point. That could have been very awkward if they'd pushed in when he had just a Glock in his hand.
If that gun wouldn't have actually still been there.
Yeah, sometimes it goes all the way behind.
Yeah, if it would have stuck behind a barrel or out the map.
It could have been really awkward.
Just a Glockless man running around.
That would be just unfortunate for him in that case. Fnatic though, you can see the cash. Brolan 5750. The rest of them, you gotta be thinking they're restricted to SMGs or just pistols with grenades. Either way, it is a poor buy. And Brolan actually drops the AWP to JW, so that's surprising because JW hasn't been that great this game. Brolan will get Kevlar as well instead, so he actually opts to go for that, and that smoke, there's a tiny gap, yeah. Because that's the first time that's actually worked successfully for Sparrow.
He's trying to get the angle. No one going to push mid though yet.
Yeah, the thing is, if you're Fnatic there, you'll have heard that extinguished noise.
Yeah.
And you'll be thinking, okay, he must be opening that angle. Even if, like, the round previously where it didn't work out, you can't risk it, can you? It's a free kill if it's that actually working. But PHI is making the same error that Grubby made earlier on. The smoke is about to fade any second now. He saw Crims jump to the left, at the very least. Grubby re-smokes. Looks like they're going contact. 2 smokes will be used. In fact, it looks like all 3 of them will be used. Twist now ready. Exist has one as well. There's no Molotov on the CT side. 2 players there. And they go up without the smokes even blooming. Those flashes, they were phenomenal. Grubby being allowed to just get 3 kills over and over again. 3 of them down. Sparrow misses the easy shot, really. Still just a 2v3 though.
Ooh. Tag coming through. JW brought down to just 50 HP, eliminated by Sparrow, and Furlan as well will be able to get the assist as Exist goes down, Ben. So that will be the 9-6 half in favour of the Polish powerhouse of a go at half-time there. Fnatic struggling a little bit into these rounds. Bit bizarre. Seeming like, one round they look amazing, next round they fall flat on their face.
Yeah, it was that round where they went into B, and it was a stack, but it was a stack with not much investment, kind of. But that's the risk you run when you're going to be on, you know, or around that the team might have an eco, for example. There's so many angles to check, you're having to run through either the narrow corridor or straight through the window. You give the option for the pistols just overwhelm you, right? You can easily just take it out. One of you falls, and from there it's carnage. He's trying to call where he got killed from. You're still checking different corners. It's that straight up anarchy I always talk about when it comes to if you run into a stack. Like, especially with USPs hitting you, because you can't really tell where they're coming from.
Yeah. It is a struggle. Now though, side's going to be flipped around. Fnatic moved on to their CT side. Going to start to get some momentum back in their favour. Or is this going to be the continuation of what we saw in the first half there? AGO. They shouldn't have really won the first pistol round, but are they going to be able to pick up the second?
Yeah, the question is what will they do going into this, because you've got to assume that the team like Fnatic, they won't run the same CT pistols they did yesterday. And the question is, will AGO try and play off of that, though? Because some teams do still try and do it, but you need to make sure if you do that actual idea, you have a pistol that's not reliant on them doing what they did before.
Yeah.
That's still a good standalone pistol round.
Well, Matchday is going to go live. We'll be stepping back into the action here. So they'll get ready to make their play into this opening pistol round. So the buys will be coming through. Standard stuff from Fnatic. 4 players with armor exists with the smoking kit.
Furlan given the P250 by Sparrow. 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs. Looks like it'll be stairs and jungle smoke coming through, allowing Furlan to stay in the palace with his P250. Smokes come through. Flashes should be coming over any second now. Exist actually gets one as well. It's a really good start, but the trade was immediate.
Oh. Kills coming through thick and fast. The CT side looking good. Crims with the decapitation will eliminate Caper. Sparrow as well, popping off the clock as 2 rapid frags are found. Brolin with the final blow as he will eliminate Sparrow. And that will be the victory in the end there for Fnatic.
And you've got to assume this does turn into a 9-8 scoreline. AGO not looking to invest, looks things. Not even a P250 bot either, so this will essentially be a complete throwaway unless something disastrous occurs for Fnatic. Well, it looks like JW, that nade, beautiful. That is so much damage.
Ooh.
And he's actually gone for the Guardian here as well, just to keep the USB. Trying to do what Poison does, I suppose, with the USB.
Yeah, it looks very beautiful with it into the round though. Fnatic going to be cleaning up, which that's a risky run. If they win that pistol round, they could just start to bridge the gap very easily, and they have closed the distance now. It goes 9-8. Oh. Bloody hell.
Just off that one grenade.
Yeah. It's a lot of utility damage.
Yeah, I do wonder what the highest damage from a nade actually was across like professional play. I don't think it'll be over 300.
Max damage done.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be over 300. Look at this play though. They're just running straight up ramp, and the nades have slowed them so far.
Oh, Crim, so blind, can do nothing. Has to launch the Molotov out, and he's caught on the escape. Caper gonna snag him and take him down. And now it's a 3 versus 5. You're outnumbered. You're in quite a horrible predicament here, but they're all grouping up together. They're going for the CT attack. JW looks to try and clear it first.
So Caper's stuck at fireboxes. There's quite a few Molotovs available to the CTs as well. They've got 3. 1 on each player, but it looks like the call has been made to actually decide to save. But Sparrow, he's got this long-winded rotate coming in. He might be able to catch them if they do go towards the B-apps. Although if it is JW that comes at speed, you can't help but feel like he does win this fight. Although he misses, he legs him instead. That's the AWP dropped at the very least, but there's no other T-side player there to actually help him stop them from getting it. So that does mean they'll keep the AWP. But either way, that's still at least about $4,000 worth of value lost. So straight out of the gate, that's a very bold call to make from AGO, just straight up run through ramp. Yeah. And considering how much damage they took on the way in as well. Like the grenade came in, delayed their push quite a bit. Sparrow goes for just regular Kevlar. Somebody could have dropped him an AK to make sure he does have full Kevlar helmet, but they decide against it. Exist now with an auto shotgun as well. It's a bold call. Fnatic probably one of the most willing teams to actually buy shotguns, thinking about it. The amount of Mag 7s we saw on train yesterday.
Mag 7s, the XM10s. They like picking them up. You know, we see Exist always done in the auto shotty. JW never shies away from a Mag 7 if you can't get an AWP.
Fnatic made the call to 3B. So they've actually given up mid control, however AGO not shown their presence towards it, is the thing. If they were to get mid control, you can't but feel like they could get a lot done, but JW is going for this aggressive play. Typically it should win in his favour, and that it does.
Yeah, Charles lost a knee, Ben. Been kneecapped by JW. And they will set up for the play over towards the A site now. Will Exist up close and personal. He's going to do the smoke, try and just play in position with the XM10. If they try and charge past him, he can do an awful lot of damage from close proximity with this auto shotgun. But will he be given the chance? Flashbang comes out, turns it. Oh, they crouch though, Ben, and he misses. Luckily, his teammates are in position to attempt to bail him out. Twist gets 2, looks for the third, but has to reload. And it is now a 2 versus 2 save into the round here, as they need to try and bail them out. Bomb has been recovered. They've got it in their possession. Grubby going to drop the Molotov that will force Brolan out of position, but he just holds for the meantime.
Oh, no,
time starts to tick away. It's spreading. Knocks him down to 60, but he can still sit pretty and just hold. Peek from JW. Denies the bomb plant. 8 seconds. Grubby has to plant it now, as he will commit to it, but Brolan doesn't push. Brolan slowly tiptoes through the smoke.
I think he got stuck. That's a 1v1 and Grubby wins it.
Oh.
That's being stuck in the smoke is actually... You could argue potentially lost him the round, just by the fact he's so far away.
He could have just gone for the, you know, straight push in, tried to join the plant. Instead, got caught, couldn't move. 11-8, tactical pause comes out from AGO.
So a good round to win for AGO, considering the situation. And we were wondering, would Exist be able to just mow them down with the shotgun? You probably should have done better. But ultimately, Twist was bailing them out until that very end bit there. The fact that Brolan had to use the smoke as well on that Molotov made it so he couldn't really impact the round. So 11-8, Fnatic, there should be an eco round from them, or at the very least, or the most rather, a half buy. We can see HE being bought and that's about it. Twist on 19 kills as well. AGO out with the pause. Looks like it's going to be a B rush. They got 2 Mach 10s with it. Coming straight in. It's only Brolan actually towards this site.
Ooh, going for the charge towards B. Furlan shuts down Brolan. There will be a trade back as well. Sparrow hit the shot on JW. And they want to try and have this round as clean as physically possible. If you can as well, maximize the cash and the economy gain onto the SMGs. The Mach 10 proven to be an absolute nuisance right now. Caper just slides into position as well. Exist focusing so heavily on one angle, tunnel vision, and PHR gets the wide swing.
Yeah, very well composed. Caper knowing he doesn't need to get that kill.
No.
He just simply says, last guy's here, can you just come get the kill? I want to stay alive, make sure we keep that money into the next round.
Help me. Help me.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon he was a bit more help.
Yep. Help me, Janice. Help me.
They used another pause as well, so that's actually quite interesting because they threw away both of the Mach 10s when there's so many teams that would actually just keep the Mach 10s and try and go for another aggressive play.
Yeah.
So they've willingly invested another $5,400 into this round, despite not really needing to, because chances are Fnatic were not going to have head armor on all of the players. Like, that is the other thing that people forget about the actual Mach 10 as well. Like, you only think about it on that second round, don't you, where a Mach 10 or an SMG will kill you one shot without head armor. But it can still be a factor later on in the game as well, especially when the CT's having money issues. Like, for example, look at that.
Yeah,
you got 4 players with no head armor. Those Mach 10s would have done very well. But alas, they do go for the double AK. Looks like it is a call straight out the bat there. Full execute from the get-go, an idea what they want to do. 2 players through pass, 1 through ramp. They fake the mid control. Fnatic do not play anybody towards mid, but they'll understand the mid probably has been taken. And it's actually a contact out of ramp. JW does get the opening kill, but he's traded out straight away.
Oh, Exist as well. Going to be able to kill him on the drop. Grubby trades it back as he connects the headshot. And it is now a 3 versus 3. PHR eliminates Brolan, Ben. Things are getting awkward as time goes on. Grubby, though, rampantly ripping his way through them with a rifle. From the adjustment there, Grubby, a 4K. A beautiful quad into the round. Tried to recover the AWP. But it will not matter. They've already got the 1 anyway. Sparrow has that on him. 13-8 scoreline, Ben. T-side really just flying through now. But for Fnatic, don't have much to work with. It's probably going to be another round conceded to the Polish side. And that'll be a 14-8. It's not looking good.
It's not looking great. They do invest that sort of Kevlar pistol into this one. However, AGO go for quite a quick beef split, but it's running to 4 players. We saw this in the first half from Fnatic. However, it looks like AGO were dealing with it better to start with, but they've taken a lot of damage. They're also low. Grims is here too. That's the bomb dropped. He could cause havoc here if he finds another kill.
Oh, Grims.
Ever so close.
Close.
That was a player that was low too. At the very least, they do damage, right? For Fnatic, they've got to be thinking, we're keeping them a bit low on money. Still, you know, you think Grubby's got plenty of cash, that's fine. Sparrow too.
Yeah.
But at the very least, you're giving yourself the chance, right? If you're able to string 2 rounds together, they will be probably on an eco. And a pause comes through. I imagine this might be Fnatic though. Oh, it's actually AGO. They're really... That might be their last pause, thinking about it. I'm not too sure. It's definitely 3rd guaranteed. But regardless, they're actually willing to use them though, aren't they?
Yeah, very confident.
It's nice to see the lower end teams willing to do it though, because it shows that this game does mean a lot to them. Like there are some teams who we felt like Na'Vi, for example, is probably the best one. Yeah. They were willing to let the game. It was like ride or die. Like literally just like we're gonna keep going, no matter what. How this game goes is we're not gonna pause or anything. Just try and win. That's it. Whereas teams like AGO and Windigo, they use pauses quite frequently. What's crazy as well, Ben, is it is actually looking like AGO are going to be able to win this game versus Fnatic now. Right now from this scoreline, the position we're in, it does feel like they are the better team. If that's the case, Fnatic's position is really dangling close to the danger mark because Ago have got a lot more games to go. They could get out of that auto-relegation spot. That could be Fnatic stuck in that position very soon. AGO's got a kill straight into the round, but look how quick this strat is. Caper wins that 5-up, but he's so low as well. Wow. Big kills coming through for the T side right now, but Twist will trade it back and at least eliminate 1 man. There is a 3-player push developing towards the A site, but there is 2 CTs there to try and deny it. Flashbang going to go out. They go for the peek. PHR almost lands it, but they're swiftly up the double volley. Luckily, he had the smoke to extinguish it, Ben, or he would have gone up in flames. They should be able to get this plant down as well. Full control towards connector. Twist very low though, outside of that vent just towards CT. Means all 3 players are going to be coming from CT. AGO don't actually know about this information yet. We got to be thinking Caper's Molotov could be very big into this round later on. Especially as he's that last man towards connector. Unless Grubby just deals with all of them as they push forward. Oh, exist. Uppercuts Grubby, takes him down. Can the Swedes salvage the round? Or will the Polish team dominate? And it seems like it will be the second option. AGO annihilating now. Twist removed. And it goes to 15-8, Ben. They are smooth sailing their way through this game. And Fnatic's potentially final buy of this match won't be that strong at all. There is no money for AWPs. It might just be the 5 Famases. 4 Famases and a USP is the call they've made. Yeah, it's a very low buy. That is for sure. And Fnatic, there hasn't been much proactive movement from them in the CT side. They've kind of let AGO do what they want. And that's not a good start to it at all. Exist gets taken down. He heard the damage on PHR. He ran through a Molotov for that. They know there's a player at Dark as well. The nade actually misses, but they should be able to deal with him soon. Brolan gets 1. Surely he doesn't live longer. They actually get 2 kills as well, so Furlan does understand there was a player towards CT, but the bomb is down. It's a very weird situation to be in if you are AGO. Furlan eliminates JW. Grubby as well with the AK adjustment, takes down Brolan. And it is all on Crims, Ben. The man that has achieved so much in his career. Can he somehow save the day for the Fnatic roster? Or will this be the Swedes swept under the carpet by AGO? Trades out to the AK. 2 frags already found in the round. Needs to be the 4K. He gets the hat trick. Hungry for the quad. Flashbangs over. As he will go for the full rotate around, it seems. Actually, this is a full rotate for sure. Yeah. I mean, he could be suspecting this as the B play as well. He didn't see Grubby. 34 seconds, Ben. That does appear to be the case. The fact he's walking here. Yeah, he did. He thought it was B. That's kind of crazy, because if Imagine if Grubby had just got the plant down, that would be a good 15 seconds rotate minimum.
Yeah. And he can plant here now as well. He's just taking his time. Obviously, he doesn't realise what Crims is up to. Crims has suspected that Grubby was going to go the entire way back around through T-spawn and then go to the B site. He'll immediately realise that his plan has been foiled, and he now has to waste so much time rotating over. Grubby can be in a good post plant here, but he is low, Ben. Crims is on 100 HP. That's the difference. He is the healthy attacker into this round. Grubby just plays from sandwich. He's just in the close angle. Is he going to clear it? No, he won't, Ben. Goes down. Grubby will win it. That's the victory picked up for a go on the first map. Mirage goes in their favor. Wow. What a round to lose at the end there for Crims. Did bulk of the damage, Ben, in a position where it felt like he should have won it.
It's a very weird one. I felt like he was thinking a bit too much about that round, right?
Yeah.
And I suppose it happens to the best of us, right? Some people overthink the situation, the other player played very simple, you won't expect it. But ultimately, that was another round where Fnatic had the advantage, and they still were not able to pull through with it. It happened on the pistol, it happened just then. A number of rounds thrown in a theory, and it's just not good enough, really. This lineup, they're having issues, and they really need to resolve them as the season comes towards its end.
Yeah. If they don't, they are going to fall further and further down into the depths and face potentially MDL relegations or an auto relegation from Pro League. That is what they have to face off against. Another map coming up next. Let's see if they can try and salvage some points or if this will be the Polish powerhouse dominating through today. We'll be back with more after the break.